Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday to everyone. Welcome to the Chatting with Chichi show. Make sure I brushed my hair properly. Okay, good, good, good. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm going to give Facebook a few minutes to help us build an audience. So welcome, everyone, to the Chatting with Chichi show. I think I've got my eyes stuff sorted out now compared to what I did last week. But welcome to the 24th episode of the Chatting with Chichi show. How are you guys doing? How are you all doing? Good, good, good. I trust you've had a great start to your Sunday or to your new week, really. This is a new week, so great. Thank you so, so much. Wow. Guess what Facebook is telling me? Oh, wow. This is your 100th broadcast. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I just keep going online, not even realizing how many times I'm going online. Hello, Ronke Posh. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. And a happy new week to you as well. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I'll give us one more minute or so, and then we will crack on. I'm excited about today. Always excited, actually, but I'm excited for today's topic. I'm quite excited. Yep. Keep your eyes on the ball. After watching Serena and Venus, her sister, just blow my mind away. I thought we should kind of talk. We're going to share some lessons on that. But how are you guys doing? How are you all doing? I trust you're doing okay. Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay. I'll wait for about two more people, and then we'll crack on. But this is the 24th episode of the Chatting with Chichi show, and as usual, I'm excited as usual. I'm blessed. I'm happy, and I'm so blessed to have you guys as well. You know, it's not easy to just take time out and just come and share this platform with me. So I'm really I really appreciate it. Is the word. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yesterday, I think we should just start. What's the time? Yeah, let's just get ahead of that. So yesterday, Serena and her sister played tennis. I don't know if you're into tennis, but I'm into tennis. But the thing I love about sports, I may not be into all kind of sports, but there's always lessons. There are always lessons to learn from. Hello, beautiful. Thank you. There are always lessons to learn from these ladies and these sports guys. You know, there always so much lessons to learn. Okay, so Serena, I don't even know where to start with both of them. Even for her sister, Venice, I don't even know where to actually, not that I don't know where to start, but it's amazing that after 20 years, these girls are still dominating the world of tennis. And I think that's one thing that we should kind of bear in mind as we go along. So that's kind of the gist of where the lessons are going to come from. Okay, so today's Sunday the 29th is actually, oh, thank you, Ify. Sunday the 29th really is actually the anniversary of my dad's passing. And while in the past I used to take today and just be so upset and just feel bad and tell myself I shouldn't be happy on that day. As I've grown, things have changed. Things have changed a lot. And it's like, it's not a day for me to be sad. He came into the world. He did what he had to do. He played his own part in the world. And he left. Yes, it was sad for us. But we're here now and we have to play our own part. So over the years, I've grown out of that thinking, that negative thinking, or that, oh, you know, I should feel sad on today being the 29th of January. So I won't be sad on the 29th of January. We just got to keep going and just keep going with life. That's kind of what we need to do. So yes, that's kind of my little introduction for the 29th of January. But I'm excited today. Good. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. Let me just close my door. Thank you so much for joining. So Serena and her sister, we just need to talk about lessons. I have 5 actual lessons that I want us to share regarding their win. Those two sisters have been playing for the last 20 years and they're still in the game. They're still dominating the game, and we've got to learn lessons because you know what, ladies and gentlemen, success leaves clues. And it's important that when we see these clues that we tap into them. Success leaves clues. Thank you so much, Tokumbo, for joining. And Monica, oh sis, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining as well. Thank you for the love hearts, Roke Posh. Thank you so much. So the first lesson that really I want us to pick up from these amazing, ladies, is that it doesn't matter where you start. That's number one. It does not matter where you start. These girls, they grew up in Compton, California. You know, the first tennis courts they played in were potholes tennis courts. They couldn't afford to play or go to, you know, clubs where they played tennis and learned tennis. They just played in the you know, the tennis courts that they had around the area, surrounded by, you know, homelessness, gangs, drugs, you know. But still, ladies and gentlemen, still, despite all the odds that were against them, despite all the odds, they didn't have the great facilities, they didn't have the great coaches, their dad mostly coached them. Despite all of that, we are still talking to them today. Despite all of that, we are still talking about them today, 20 years later. So it's amazing, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. It does not matter where you start. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, the live video worked. Thank you so much, sis Monica. Thank you. And hey, Lady M, thank you so much as well for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, let's click this away. Good. Thank you so much for joining. So it doesn't matter where you start. That's one of the first lesson I want us to take from this, is that it does not matter where you start. Just start. The whole point is just start. You have the resources around you. You have the resources. You've got the gift. You've got the talent. Just start. It does not matter where you start. Number two, I don't want to say it's my favorite, but when I wrote it down, I caught it. Your age does not matter. Your age doesn't matter. Serena is 35 this year. Her sister Venus, she is 36 this year. And yet they're playing amongst young players and they are still winning. So your age does not matter. After 20 years in the game, they are still dominating the game of tennis. They're playing with players who have looked up to them. They're playing with players who have said, you know what, wow, my dream is to play with these ladies. And they are still playing with these young players today, and they're still winning. So your age is not the problem. Don't use your age as an excuse. Your age is actually telling you, just get on with it. Stop using me as an excuse. Just get on with it. What is it that you want to do? Just get on with it. Your age does not matter. So don't limit yourself by talking about your age. Oh, I'm so old. Oh, I'm too young. You know, don't limit yourself. Yep, it does not matter. The press reported I was 35. I like that, Maureen. The press reported I was 35. It's true. Your age doesn't matter because you look it. You look it. And that's what I was talking about when I was celebrating my 17-year-old son's birthday yesterday. I was thinking, how can I have a 17-year-old? I don't feel that old to have a 17-year-old. So it's your age does not matter. Thank you, Kemi, and somebody else has shared the video. Thank you so much. If you can share it as well, that's great. Thank you so much for that. So your age does not matter is number two. The number three lesson that I've picked up from these girls is that ignore the critics. I wrote ignore the critics, but as I wrote it down, I thought, we're talking, I know when I say ignore the critics, you guys might be saying we're just talking about ignore the critics on the outside. But actually, ignore not just the critics on the outside, but the critics on the inside. A lot of times, we are our worst critics. We are our worst critics. And then when people criticize us, it almost makes us want to stop. It almost makes us want to give up. Serena and her sister, especially Serena, she has gone through a lot of criticism. There's a lot of people who have criticized her. Her looks, she doesn't have the look of a tennis player, or her emotions when she's so emotional. Just different things people have criticized her about. But guess what? She's learned to ignore them. She's learned to ignore them and ignore them to the core and just focus on her game. Focus on what she's determined to do. Focus on the ball. That's why I talked about keeping the eye on the ball. And that's where I got that from. Because when you see her, when you watch her, critics will only put you down. Exactly, Maureen. Critics will only put you down. When you watch her, her eyes is just, honestly, I don't even want to demonstrate. I don't even know how to demonstrate it right now. But her eyes are like, she's focused on the ball. Boom, and then she goes. She's just focused on the ball. Where's the ball going to? Where's the ball? Where can she get to? Where's the ball? We've got to focus on the ball. I hope I'm looking at you right now. We've got to focus on the ball. Keep your eyes on that ball. Keep your eyes focused. Ignore the distractions. Ignore the distractions. Ignore the critics. both on the outside and on the inside. Critics out there, they're only there to put you down because they haven't gotten to where you're getting to, or they haven't got the guts to actually start what you have started. So ignore the critics and keep going on your lane. Keep your focus. Keep that focus on the ball. It is so, so vital. Honestly, these ladies prove it. And success, people that are successful, that is what goes on. They keep their focus. They ignore the critics. You cannot let the critics get the best of you. You cannot let the critics get the best of you. Thank you. Thank you, sis Monica. Thank you. Now, the fourth lesson that I had here was success doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of hard work. These girls, yes, you've got the talent. You've got the talent. I'm going to read yours in a minute, Maureen. You've got the talent. You've got the talent. But it's going to take hard work. It's going to take hard work to get it. It's going to take hard work to stay on that lane. It's going to take hard work to dominate in that lane, because many people are coming as well. People are coming. People are saying, okay, you know what? We want this. We want that. We want to play the game as well. We want to be as successful as these ladies. So you've got to work hard. Maureen, let's read Maureen's comments, because this is a dialogue. This is more of an interaction, not just me talking. So I'm very, very, I really appreciate all the comments that come this way. And I'm reading it from the screen. So bear with me that I'm not looking when I'm reading. Okay, good. So when I started my weight loss journey, some people laughed at my efforts. Some predicted it would take me 2 years to achieve my goal. If I do, Maureen, can I read the whole of it? Let's see. Okay, I think she's still writing some more. Okay, so some people laughed at your efforts. That's exactly what happens. But people don't know, people don't realize that if you've got that determination, you can do it. And look at how amazing, look at the amazing work you've done so far. And you're keeping at it. You've just not lost the weight and just kind of let yourself go. You're keeping at it. And you're encouraging many people as well to go on that journey. Because if you can do it, you know that many others can do it. So well done on that, Maureen. Well done on that. Yes, well done on that. Definitely. Definitely. So guys, this is just what I'm talking about. Your success doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes hard work. It takes dedication. It takes sacrifice. Oh, it takes loads of sacrifice. When you see successful people, they're not just sleeping. I know people talk about this 8 and 9 hours sleep, but I don't even want to go into the argument of sleeping for how many hours. But I know that if you want to work hard, you have got to wake up early. You have got to work hard. You have got to work hard, and sacrifice comes into play. It's also going to take your faith and strong belief. Definitely. Yes, you said you're the one motivating them today. Exactly. So the people that were criticizing you, you're now the one motivating them today. But to be honest, that's what life is all about, really. That's really, really what life is all about. Thank you. Thanks for that. And my second Maureen as well has joined as well. So thank you so much for that. So it doesn't happen. It's not it's not an accident. And there are no quick fix really to be successful. You've just got to play the game. You've got to work hard. You've got to be dedicated. You've got to sacrifice. And I tell you that your faith and your belief has to be in play. For me, that's actually my number one. And then I build on it by taking actions and by surrounding myself. You've got to surround yourself as well with the right people. I think that was my fifth point, even though I didn't write that down. Yeah, that was my fifth point. Surround yourself with the right people. Honestly speaking, surround yourselves with the right people. When you have people that inspire you by the way they live, the way they communicate, with what they're doing, when you have people that inspire you, you have no option, really. You have no option but to actually work harder in what you do. You're not looking at them, or you're not comparing yourself to them. You're just using them as a source of inspiration. They're inspiring you. Many great people that I've met, even through Facebook as well, honestly speaking, have inspired me to do more of what I'm doing. So it's a fantastic opportunity. I know sometimes people say, oh, Facebook is this, Facebook is that. If you manage your time properly on Facebook, if you tap into the right relationships on Facebook, you will gain a lot from it. That's all I can tell you. I wouldn't even go into more details on that. But surround yourself with the right people, even out in your homes, in your church, at work, in your businesses, in groups. Just surround yourselves with the right people. If you surround yourselves with the right people, I mean, when Serena was talking, when she received her trophy, she thanked her coach, her mentor, and all the guys that were all in her team, because she has a solid team who are behind her. Because honestly speaking, everyone, we cannot do this alone. We can't do this alone. You need a support team around you. Whether it's physical next to you, online, in your part of your family, your friends, you need a support system. Because there are going to be days when you want to give up. She says negative people drain your energy. Yes. And then if he said something about bad people as well, criticizing you. Exactly. Honestly speaking, you need the right team around you. Because as I said, it's not a journey that you can just survive on your own. You need that inspiration. You need people that will tell you, keep going, just don't give up. You need people that will tell you that, because on your own, sometimes, honestly speaking, with a lot of hard work, you will want to give up sometimes. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you're not getting the right results. Serena did not win Australian Open last year. No, she didn't. She lost it last year. But this year, she's gained it again. What if, after last year's loss, she thought to herself, okay, you know what? There's no point for this anymore. What if she did that? But no, she didn't. And her team around her kept on spurring her on, kept on rooting for her. I think that's why I always say I'm rooting for you guys, because I just don't want any of us to give up in whatever it is that we're doing. I don't want any of us to give up. We've got to keep going. No matter what it is. Hi, T. She says, true talk, sis. Well done. Thank you so much. She's the one that named the lot of inspiration I give. She calls it Finaspiration. So thank you so much, sis. You're beautiful, beautiful lady. Yes. So honestly speaking, surround yourself with the right team. So I'm going to kind of summarize there's 5 lessons again for all of us. Serena's win was a great win. It defied odds. I think that's the whole point, because a lot of times when we talk and we say, oh, but it's never been done before. Oh, statistics says this. Statistics says that. But defy the odds, ladies and gentlemen. Defy the odds and go for what you need to go for. Enjoy what you're doing. And that's the reason why I put this show on a Sunday, because I heard recently, and it was so funny, I heard recently where someone was saying that people say the best day of the week is a Friday. So, you know, everyone's like, oh, thank God it's Friday. And that the worst day, people think that the worst day is actually Mondays, but really it's Sunday evenings when people are dreading that Monday morning kind of, you know, going back to work and stuff like that. But I think the Chatting with Chichi show, bringing it at this time of the evening, I just feel that it helps. Even for me, it just helps us, spur us on and say, you know what is it that we're going to do this coming new week? Let's go for it. Press that reset button and do what we've got to do. Yes, there are going to be times where we're kind of feeling a bit low or things are not working as much as they should work, but just keep going. Serena has proved it. Even her sister just came up from nowhere and just got to the finals. She worked hard at 36. Venus is still working hard, supporting her sister. I mean, even the comments that Serena made about her sister, saying that, you know, she won't be here. She won't even be at number 23 without her sister. She won't be at number 1 because now she's going to now be the number 1, or she's going to be number 1, ranked number 1. She said she wouldn't be here without her sister. So there's that lovely communication and love between both of them that is so amazing and so beautiful to see. I've just seen a few more people that have joined. Thank you so much, Jackie. I can see you, and John Obidi. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys on joining us today. So yeah, so I'm going to summarize the 5 lessons from Serena's win, and I think we should all tap into it. It's beautiful. Good. The first one: it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter how you started. It doesn't matter where you start from. The key is just start. Thank you so much, John. I can see you. Thank you so much. It doesn't matter where you start. Just go ahead and start. Stop looking for perfection. Stop looking for everything to work out well. Just start and it will work out well. Hi, Kamel. Thank you so much for joining as well. The second point is your age doesn't matter. Your age, whether you're young, whether you're older, whether you're middle age, your age does not matter at all. Just go for it. Serena is 35, 20 years into the game, and she is still dominating. So keep going on, my dears. Keep going on. And the third point was ignore the critics. Ignore the critics on the outside, but especially ignore the critic on the inside as well. The fourth success point I talked about here is that success doesn't just happen. It's not automatic. It's not automatic. It takes a lot of hard work. You can have the talent, but you need the hard work. No matter what it is, you need the hard work. Hey, Kamel, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the fifth one, guys, is surround yourself with the right people. You've got to surround yourself with the right people to be able to sustain this success we're talking about. Because when we're talking about success here, ladies and gentlemen, we're not just talking about a one-year success. Oh, we're successful in January and then in December we don't know what success even means anymore. No, this is longevity. This is long dominating in your area, in your field for the long term. 20 years and we are still talking. Still hear me because we're rounding up. Actually, yes, we're rounding up very soon. Okay, I hope you could still hear me at that point. It's breaking off. Yes, I think it's back now. It says my connection is weak. I don't know how. Let me leave this door slightly open and try to catch that Wi-Fi connection. Okay, good. It's better now. Good. So yeah, those are the 5 points. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, the 5 lessons that we can learn from Serena's win. It's great, and we can all do it. We can all do it. The key is tapping into the success clues, because as I said at the beginning, success does leave clues. As you step into this new week now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to go ahead and step into it with that determination that you had. We're going into February. Actually, by the end of this week, we would have gotten into the new month of February. So guys, let's stay determined. Stay as determined as you were. You know how you felt on the 1st of January? Go back to that emotion. Go back to that feeling. Go back and say, you know what? I am going to achieve my goals. What have I done wrong this month and what do I need to correct for next month? Keep going and don't you dare give up. Keep going and don't say, oh, that's it. It didn't work in January, so that's... No, do not give up. Please, please, please don't give up. I think that's how I'm going to kind of round this up. But thank you so much. I appreciate all the comments as well. And he says, thank you for this inspiration as always. Thank you so much. Maureen can hear me. My lovely sister Kamel as well. I see you. I see all of you that have joined me today on the Chatting with Chichi show. As always, you know, I appreciate you guys a lot. I appreciate you guys a lot. So let's step into this week with our focus on the ball. Keep your focus. Keep your eyes on that ball. Keep your eyes on those goals that you set for yourself. Keep your eyes on that, because you know you and you owe you. You've got the clues. You've got those success clues. Tap into them and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week. I've got to go because I don't want to spend too long here today. And I don't want to take too much of your time, but I've enjoyed my time with you. As always, I am rooting for your rise all the way. Go ahead, have a beautiful week. I love you lots. Take care. Bye. See you later.